morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Market Check brought to you by BB. The title of today's stream is DXY is puking. Will risk assets finally rally? Market Check. Well, there's typically a bit of a lead and a lag to DXY, right? There's oftentimes periods, prolonged periods, where both will rally together, both will dump together, and sometimes they diverge. But on a multi-month rolling basis, there's typically a pretty strong negative correlation. Not always, but a lot more times than not. Typically, when you get a nice daily, 2-day, 3-day, weekly, monthly downtrend for DXY, it comes at the same time. Oh my goodness. It comes at the same time as risk rallying pretty aggressively. Now, the big question here is what we're seeing right now is DXY puking, but risk is kind of sitting and waiting, right? So is this that period of time where we actually have a nice opportunity to buy more risk for the imminent catch-up trade? Again, strong negative correlation, DXY down, risk up, or is something else going on under the surface? That thing is literally falling off.
Oh my God, bro.
That thing is literally falling
man.
off the cliff. But yeah, we need to dissect what's going on here and figure out potentially what's going to happen next, because this has been a move that we've been waiting for quite some time. And it seems like it's finally starting to play out right now. But it's not being joined by a Bitcoin rally. Bitcoin's kind of just sitting here. It's chopping around, waiting, trying to figure out what it's going to do. So Tucker, what do you make of this DXY puke right now, man? Are you thinking it's going to catch up or something else going on?
I mean, I think it's mostly like tariff driven. It's mostly Trump fundamental driven, now that other people are tariffing us. I think it's just messing with Forex a lot, but yeah, I mean, I do think it'll catch up, but it doesn't have to immediately. Like these are times we've marked out in the past. We've talked about on the show a lot, but like just kind of the same topping pattern for DXY.
It's like
right?
one final trap is what it seems.
Yeah, which was like above these highs at 106 basically was kind of your final DXY bull trap. And I'll just mark out where this thing like really started nuking. Like those were the times, right? And if I put this on here and like, what came next, right?
See, look in 2020 how long it took for Bitcoin to start ripping after that, right?
Yeah,
You had like a couple month period where you just kind of chopped around, right?
Yeah, for like, I mean, you could argue like almost 6 months. Not quite. 4 or 5
I'd say
months.
like 3-4 months, give or take. But
yeah, I mean, this was also post-COVID money printing. Like this cycle was a little bit weird. But yeah, I mean, at any rate, like, Bitcoin pulled huge moves after the DXY top was in. So this is partially why, I'm still high time frame bullish, right? But yeah, I think it'll take a little bit of time. I mean, I think 2017 is more applicable probably, but let's see. You were just kind of in the midst of just this kind of nasty correction right here. Right? So yeah, I mean, it should start an uptrend if it's going to be anything like that, but obviously there is more at play, right? Bitcoin was also $1,000 at the time, so a little bit different, more, external factors affecting Bitcoin, but in general, this is what we want to see. And this, in my opinion, is probably the start of one of these these are multi-year downtrends for DXY. So,
and also what I find interesting about this fractal is if you actually look at the 2017 one, that was Trump's first basically few months in office was the start of that 2017 DXY downtrend, right? And I think a lot of people forget that. But that, like, if you were to mark out January 20th, 2017, that was when Trump took office, right?
Yeah.
So it's possible that we see a very similar playbook again this time around, right? And if you look at Bitcoin right there, Tucker, Bitcoin didn't really start ripping until April. Like that dip happened in March.
Mm-hmm.
So ignore the maybe could you go down to the daily for me and we look at this a little bit closer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so look at when Bitcoin really started ripping out of there. So DXY starts to roll over and Bitcoin starts to rip basically in April, right? Like we put in that bottom second half of March
Mm-hmm.
and we started ripping into April. And we basically had a nonstop bull market for risk, basically all the way from like just say April 1st all the way through December. Bitcoin just went up only. You had some big corrections, but I mean, you were ripping, right? So you didn't have that Q1 seasonality for Bitcoin in 2017, but you did have the start of a DXY downtrend. And you did have Bitcoin kind of like chopping around price discovery. And then basically 6 months of mania commenced right after that, starting in April. So,
yeah. DXY was 5% off the highs by the time Bitcoin finished this correction and actually started moving up. So let's just see what that looks like. It's probably more than 5% off the highs right now, actually. But yeah, it's about the same. It's about the same. And Bitcoin corrected. Hang on. Bitcoin corrected. Come on. The same, 30%. Kind of in line, kind of exactly in line, timing wise too. So
yeah, and I know a lot of people, especially me, were expecting Q1 seasonality, but there actually in 2017 was not much Q1 seasonality, but there was Q2, Q3, and Q4 bullishness basically across the board. So maybe, right? We've got a couple different examples to kind of work off of here.
yeah, we do.
Hello, guys.
Chef, good
How are you
morning.
doing today?
We are doing.
We are
How
doing.
are you doing today?
I'm doing.
You're doing. He's doing.
The guys are calling me Jacques or something,
The guys
but in
in
a
the
good
Discord?
spirit. Now I hear in the chat.
Jacques. Tucker, could you put others down there as well?
No, I'm not. I'm not French, guys.
Or
I'm
like
from...
Doge or something. Doji USD.
At this point, I was called to be out of nearly every country in the world. You know, some people call me Indian Jacques, some people Vietnamese Jacques, some people French Jacques, some people Czech, and some people Russian. And it is what it is, man.
The truth is that Jackus is an AI.
Indeed.
He could be anything. He's not real.
Man, look at
Indeed.
this.
I am whatever Goddamn needs me to be.
So yeah, look here, Tucker. Like Risk really in 2017, Risk really rallied in April, right?
And this
Mostly
was like end of March was when Bitcoin finished that correction, basically. So
yeah,
that's probably, if I had to guess, this chart. Yeah, that's where others' dominance started to send, for sure. Yeah.
Jackus, what do you make of this DXY puke? We've been talking about it basically the entire show. We've only been live 10 minutes, but I can't help but think that Risk is going to, within the next few weeks, if we can keep up this downward momentum, and somehow this doesn't turn into like a fake breakdown, which I'd be pretty surprised given the momentum to the downside on DXY. I'd be pretty surprised if Risk doesn't start performing how we'd expect, meaning like Dixie down, Risk up. What are you making of this today? Because this is a pretty incredible drop that we're seeing.
Dump it to zero, man. It's simple. DXY down, risk on up. Dollar denominated assets will go up, but obviously this isn't like a single day correlation. But on the long run, this is just bullish. I think we are beginning to see that in gold and silver too. And I think it's only going to take some time to show itself within BTC and others too. I
Yeah.
mean, locally we still have to acknowledge what's going on. Even around the world, we have to acknowledge the local downtrend in risk on assets. But longer term, the implication of this drop are just so severe, and this is really how people need to keep the eyes on the forest. Basically, this is it. But lots of people will not get it because they'll look at this chart and be like, "Oh, that's amazing! This random chart I never chart or trade. It's like." It's awesome, but what do I care, right? I want my ether to go up. Well, this is exactly what will make it also go up in time. So as long as you can see the overall implications, in my opinion.
So straight up in a straight line with no dips is what you're
What
saying.
I heard, yeah.
That's all that I heard.
Yeah.
That's what our soul
Immediately
wants.
starting right now, super bullish.
Our soul wants that.
It does. Our soul deserves that. That's the thing.
Do you know that meme where Harry is sitting in front of that mirror and he is like, "Mr. Dumbledore, what is this mirror?" And he's like, "This mirror shows nothing but our deepest desires of our heart." And then he looks at it and there is that god green candle in the mirror.
I've seen that. I've seen it. Yep. I don't know, man. We're just chopping around. What do you guys make of this Friday reserve thing? Like, what do we think is going to happen on that? Like, are we waiting for some big announcement? Is something actually coming, or is this just another nothing?
You mean the strategic crypto announcement?
Yeah.
It's an announcement of an announcement.
So nothing.
It's not nothing. It's coming. But that's like the DXY, right? The broader conditions are definitely getting set in, and this will be our cycle. But unfortunately, we have to be patient enough for it. And what's happening is like, Trump's and his team are strategists. They can, talk shit about tariffs just for the sole reason to make some stock sell off so that someone can buy it cheap, and then he changes his mind. I think generally his policies will be good for the economy. His policies will be good for the crypto. But as always, he doesn't mind. Like, he just started his World Libertify. It just started to buy in January. Mid-January is when they started to buy. It's beginning of March. Like, that to them is nothing. So they can eat, like, they will happily be scooping up this dip. And what people do is that they mistake that just because they started buying it immediately must mean the prices go up, which is not usually the case. And so having patience for that. Again, local price action is the most important because price action is telling us. But over the long run, these things will show in the chart. This is sort of like, if you are sort of fundamental type of investor as Warren Buffett is, he also, is going to buy a company because, he sees the value in it. But the price can still drop for the next year, not the next months, next year. He will not mind. And so this is the same type of situation. So you can take advantage of this local dip because you understand the forest, but not really. Do not lose the sight of it. in the process, of course.
Tucker, what are you cooking up here, bro? What is this? Spaghetti? What is this?
So you've got the 10-year, you've got DXY, and you've got USD JPY, and they're all the same. They're all exactly the same.
And fortunately, Bitcoin's the same because it looks like all of them are going down. So
it does look like they're all going down. Let's see. Let's make this a line too. Let's make it green.
Make Bitcoin orange, bro. Are you kidding me?
It's fine.
What are you doing?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Can you put it in the next window?
Jackus, are you eating?
Yeah, sorry.
I just hear like crunching. I was like, if I'm making that up, like, no way I'm hearing crunching.
Wait, you want new panes, Jackus?
Yeah. No. Just for BTC. You can keep the rest together.
Okay.
And for the love of God, please make Bitcoin orange, man.
Oh
like
God,
I cannot go with green.
I just don't know why you would not make it orange. Like it's so obvious.
I already had this one. We'll make this green. All right, there you go. Everybody's happy.
I'm not happy yet.
That's orange.
I'm just still not happy. It was such a battle to get there. I'm actually still upset, but it's okay. It's fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. But you know what's making me really unhappy, Tucker? To be honest,
is it the like button?
It is the like button. Yeah, it is. Look at that foresight that you had to know how I was feeling. It's very upsetting to see that we're here on another extremely boring day in the market when we could be golfing or building a snowman or doing anything, but we're still here and people don't even like the stream. You know, it hurts my feelings because, you know, we're here, rain, shine, snow, sleet, it doesn't matter. And it's like we can't even get a simple like, you know, it's the bar has been set so low, but yet somehow we can't reach the bar, you know, and look, I just, you know, I just wonder, like, maybe they would rather have us go golf or build a snowman than be here, you know, but maybe I'm wrong, you know, maybe there's an issue with the like button, you know, like sometimes YouTube has glitches, like it's certainly possible that, you know, amidst this rant and this pity party that I'm having about the lack of the likes that we're getting on the stream, maybe, just maybe, YouTube is about to fix that error. You know, there's probably a lag between the amount of likes that it's displaying and the actual amount of likes. Because I can't believe that we wouldn't have more likes on the stream. I feel like there's no way our audience would do that to us. So it must be a technical error on YouTube side of things. But I mean, I can refresh the page and maybe check it out.
I liked it.
Oh, that's better. Okay, so I think it actually must have been a tech issue on the YouTube side because it did actually just update pretty quickly. So that's great news, actually. That's fantastic news. I knew it was
No, Jack.
the guy on the right talking to the girl.
Yeah. Oh man.
I am once again asking to help smash the like button. Jackus, what are you eating, bro? Some yummy food?
No, some disgusting fast processed food.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the most amount of hands touching my food. I'm farm factory to table kind of guy.
Indeed.
We need to decipher this, boys. We need to figure this out.
So I'll tell you right now, Tucker, it's that everything's cooked. So that's the answer you were looking for. You didn't want it, but you got it.
I didn't.
Would you explain it to me another way? I would love to hear it.
I mean, again, let me just. So, I mean, all it's saying is that Bitcoin has been trading exactly like the DXY, the 10-year, and USD JPY, and that's really all it's saying. It's not a shock that those things are trading in tandem, but.
So is Bitcoin lying, or are we cooked?
Well,
I
need
mean,
to go back. I need to go back farther in this. I mean, where's
put it in log. Put it in log.
Let me
Put
just.
Bitcoin in log.
We don't get USD JPY out of here. I don't want it.
Can you put Bitcoin in log so we can see it?
Purple. All right. Yeah. Good enough. Dollar topped, Bitcoin bottoms, sideways, Bitcoin ripped. But locally it's been identical. So you have to throw that out, I think, and you have to just probably look at USD JPY. Because the problem is the dollar is trading like USD JPY, but Bitcoin also trades with USD JPY. So
someone help here. Jackus, what do we make of this?
Again, longer term is important. DXY has been ranging for nearly 2 years, and it's really those extremes when things begin to trend. I think the real alpha is on the Euro USD pair too. Whenever it begins to fly, then
okay, yeah, so it's just the
condition.
inverse of it's just inverse DXY pretty much, but
pretty much. But zoom out on the weekly or monthly. All right, delete DXY, just keep Euro USD. And then look at the upsides in Euro USD.
You probably don't need to zoom out that much, Tucker, because like Bitcoin has only been around. Yeah.
Bitcoin, all right. I mean, Euro USD went up, Bitcoin went up.
So we need Euro USD to go up is the point.
And guess what's happening right now?
It's about to nuke. Fake breakout, Jackus. It's over. Nah, it's going up. So we're lagging.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
So, Jackus, do you have any targets for the euro? Like, how high do you think it could go?
I think 120.
120?
120 all the way. Oh, boy.
Range high. All right.
That would be a nice move.
That would be a really nice move.
Is it more so trading with the euro, or is it just inverse DXY? Because that just happens to be what the euro is, right?
DXY is an index that's made.
I know it has the euro in it, yeah, but
has Euro USD pair, which is 56% of the DXY. So it makes sense. It's very correlated. It's sort of like, when you put total index of crypto, but like 60% of it is BTC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't the same, but it's similar.
Yeah, see, these things have been just trading differently recently, though, right? Like Euro USD topped, Bitcoin ripped. This thing bottom, Bitcoin dropped. Like it's been.
Yeah, again, you cannot look at like with these pairs, you cannot look at very identical correlations all the time. Again, these are correlations, but I think over the long enough time frame, they too show pretty decent. Again, it's extremes, for DXY. When it starts to extremely go down or up, that's what matters. But you have to see that ahead, and obviously not after the fact, because after the fact, it's obviously you can tell, and ahead, that's the tough part, and it's not happening exactly at the same. So like you look at Euro USD now going up or DXY down, and you look at BTC and you're like, hey, this is not working. But then you will look at it from maybe, next year perspective, and you'll say, yeah, it's obvious. But the next time it's going to be very likely similar, where you will see one or the other go first, the other doesn't follow, and you will say again, hey, it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
These are macro correlations.
I mean, it's pretty damn good. Like week by week, maybe not amazing, but like cyclically, it's hard to refute. Honestly, like it's pretty hard to refute. Here, let me just mark this out real quick. I mean, this is like this thing right here. These pops. Like when Bitcoin really starts trending. And Euro USD has basically been in like, you know, it's like basically been in a channel, more or less, right? Like this has just kind of been like your Euro USD range. Let me put the wicks on there and see.
It's been downtrending since 08 pretty much, but something tells me it's could start uptrending here. For some time at least.
Yeah, this is interesting. Here, let me see. I made this indicator per correlation coefficient. Let's do Euro USD. Let's see. I mean, if Euro USD goes back to 120, like that range high, then I feel like Bitcoin's just going to rip with it, right? This down here, this is a correlation coefficient. So it basically is measuring the correlation between Bitcoin and then the Euro USD pair right here. So when it's in the red, that means that they're negatively correlated, like they're moving apart from each other. When they're in the green, that means that they're moving like perfectly in sync to one another. And I've got the candle colorings up here. So it's very interesting to see, like at this point in time, they're moving, you know, not correlated, very similarly to what happened over here. Well, actually, I'll make this blue. And then similarly, like right before they got really synced up right here. And then maybe this is that same period where like they're negatively correlated for the meantime. But when it finally flips back to positive is when you're going to have, you know, this awesome, very tightly correlated zone right here, right?
And that leads back to the fact that you need to see this ahead, and in hindsight it will be obvious. Like 1 year from now you'll look back and see like, yeah, it worked out again. But now, because you're in the daily time frame, you're not seeing it. But again, we look at this chart exactly that you pointed out. We are currently at the red and we are heading to that blue, sorry, green.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're about to become correlated again, which is cool. And it's also interesting to see how this indicator kind of called the top when they become ultra synced up and like tightly positively correlated, moving together. As soon as they become uncorrelated again, look at how it flipped red at the top, right? Like in 2017. As soon as that correlation was broken, you know, look what happened. Turned red right at the top. This is interesting. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this one.
I already discussed this, by the way, on this show. There is the one.
Oh, I'm sure. On which show? Or like when?
On Market Check. I'm not sure, man. That's like
a
few weeks ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Why would Euro go up? Isn't Europe fucked? So Europe is fucked, and that's exactly the reason, because you will have higher yields in Europe. Oh wait, I was talking with the mic muted. Shit.
Oh no, I can hear you.
Oh, I heard you.
You're good.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about this too is this
Wait,
correlation.
I didn't finish, by the way. So let me just finish first. I was saying that you will have yields in Europe going up because the inherent high risk over there. The investors will demand higher yields. Higher return, and that means higher yields, which means stronger pair, which means euro going up, and vice versa. You have yields in the US going down right now. So that's the reason for euro USD to go up.
Tucker, Mr. Typey.
Can you hear me typing?
Oh yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Typey.
Yeah, it's that mechanical keyboard.
Yeah.
I know.
Go ahead.
What? I was gonna say, after looking at USD JPY more, I think it has a lot more to do with USD than it does actually JPY. So I don't even know if that's alpha anymore. But
well, I mean, it makes sense because like dollar weakens, like we start puking. It makes sense for another currency to gain against it. So that makes
USD JPY makes lots of Japanese yen getting diluted too much. So the pair is basically, implied to go up. But obviously, if they raise like US is done raising their rates, and vice versa, Japan, although very, very slowly, has risen their rates for the first time since I'm not even sure since when, but it's been a long time. So that does strengthen the pair to a degree, but still the dilution of the yen is putting an downward pressure. Or upward pressure for the USD Japanese pair, but downward pressure for Japanese purchasing power, the yen purchasing power.
Yeah. I find the seasonality of this correlation to be interesting right here as well, where back in 2017, you started to see this shift from like Euro USD and Bitcoin moving like negatively correlated to positively, like, but basically between like March, April, May, right? Like this kind of window of time. And then again, last cycle, you really started to see that shift like March, April, May. And then you went through this prolonged period of like a tight correlation. So it's just interesting to see how now it's, March 5th, and we're slowly starting to see it potentially making that run once again. It's very interesting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Max,
so
is that
again,
MACD down there?
No, that's the
Tucker. Where were you,
Tucker.
Bro? Where were you?
No, the guy.
No. Go back 10 seconds. Oh, okay.
Yes.
No, this is a custom indicator that I made. It's a correlation coefficient that colors the candles based on a positive or negative correlation. So when two assets are moving positively correlated, meaning they're moving up together, or I guess down together, they're moving in tandem, it'll be closer to 1. So the histogram will print like a deep green value. When they're negatively correlated and one's moving up and the other's moving down, it'll print a strong negative correlation, meaning like a deep red value. So it's just basically what it's doing is it's basically measuring tit for tat. It's basically just measuring Bitcoin's movements against the Euro USD pair. And it's going to print a deep red value when they're moving apart from each other, not in sync, and it's going to print a deep green value when they're moving in sync with each other.
From MACD to working.
Yeah, that's what I was. Oh, that's funny.
Anyways, guys, a friendly reminder.
Oh my god,
Yeah, that's true.
it's true.
That's true. It has to be done. How they doing on the likes today? Not bad.
What are we at?
179.
That's not bad.
But bro, I
Given-
mean, the audience has been small lately. People have given up on crypto. Like the audience is down by 30% since
bad.
this last drop. People are just
Yeah.
done with crypto. Nobody cares anymore. Which is low key a good sign, right? Because as soon as we pump, they're gonna come right back,
Yeah.
And then, it's just there's good signal in it, right? People just don't show up anymore.
There is a good signal in it. I mean, there is that signal all around. And as usual, what I tell people, if you hang around when the times are tough, you will get rewarded. We see the DXY now dropping. We see the yields, US yields dropping. We see, people giving up. We see max fear. Those are like, that's great confluence all around. Again, doesn't have to mean that straight as much as you would want it. Doesn't mean straight today that we go up again, but it's coming. It's I'm starting to see that the risk is slowly turning to the upside again.
Yeah. Hopefully soon. Hopefully very, very soon.
That's the man. He works tough double shifts at McDonald's, still listens to market checks so that he has time to shove in on the dip.
He's got one AirPod in and he's just waiting. He's just waiting for times to be better.
He's like, "What would you like with your fries?" And then he's like, Mark's telling him to shove in. He's like, "Wait a second."
Would you like to make that a meal? Would you like to make it a combo?
Oh my god. What else do you guys want to look at? Are equities doing anything right now? I haven't even looked today.
Let me see. Let me see.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Yeah, it's very, very boring out there.
Well, they're going lower. That's for sure.
Wait, what do you mean? SPX is dropping quite strong today, actually. Looking at it right now.
Jackus, how do you feel about this megaphone, brother? Do we bounce from the megaphone?
Well, I do not know anything about megaphones. I know that green support is what I like.
You like that green box?
I like that too.
That's my box that I'm waiting for. And if crypto is staying strong right now, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that 5,600 level. Here's the thing about it is like I don't know if we're gonna get. Do we bounce into a shoulder, like a local shoulder, and then head lower, kind of like we did? I think it was like September of 2023.
Oh boy, you better delete that. Oh boy, I'm getting heated. You better take that back.
Exactly what I was saying, but I get it. More of like maybe a bounce down to like 5,300, right? Like, do we bounce from the green box, go 5,600 to 5,850, and then roll over to 5,300?
Wait. They said they can't see the screen.
Let me check YouTube.
They are trolling.
No, I see it.
And you just fell for it.
I'm looking at YouTube right now. It looks good. No, you're good, Tucker.
Oh. All right.
Okay, maybe it glitched for a second.
So they didn't see that drawing that I just put on.
That's good. That's a good thing.
They didn't see it. Oh,
but I don't think we're in for some drop like that.
YouTube censored it. They were like, no, not showing
They
that.
were like, no.
Yeah. the big question is like, do we bounce out of 5,600 into a shoulder, or do we bounce up to new highs? I don't know. Honestly, I kind of think we could just kind of hold that level for a bit. I'm not expecting some like, 1,500 point drop on the S&P. I'm just not. I know a lot of people are, but I think this could be a nice technical correction, like 10% off the highs, something like that. They're probably good.
Yeah, I don't think we really go below 55, 5,600.
I could see. Listen, like we cannot tell ahead. I could see like max swing down to 5.4, but I wouldn't be. It's not my main goal. I think the downside risk has played out at 5.6k, sort of 5.63. Like 5,630. At that point, the downside correction to me has played out. Yes, it can dip. It can dip to 5.4k, but I wouldn't be looking for some insane, SPX correction down to like 4.8k, like retest 2022 highs. So yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to show you guys who's eating.
It's Tommy. It's Tommy eating.
It's Tommy.
We the same thing, man. By the way, hope you recover quickly, Tommy. We are waiting for you, but take your time.
So there was some talk about ISM services numbers this morning, and I mean, just looking at this chart right here, I mean, this to me seems like we're about to enter a new like business cycle. Generally, like Trump has been talking about manufacturing coming back to the U.S., tax breaks for companies that move to the U.S. and manufacture products here. And I'm looking at this ISM chart, and to me, this looks relatively bottomed. Like this kind of looks like we're like, if we're going to get a correction on equities, to me, it feels a little bit more like this kind of thing. And then we enter like a new business cycle, right? And then we move up, and like we're kind of coming out of like this, like if we did get a cool off in equities and then it just rips and we see ISM keep moving up rather than some giant, like, textbook correction. Like, I feel like this is going to move up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and RSIs are super similar to 2015, 16.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that looks pretty identical.
He is the Dark Knight. His body's broken, but his mind is
Nor
not.
are my buttons. Oh my god.
Is there another? No, that's the same thing. No, it's the exact same thing. All right, never mind. But yeah, I mean, this to me feels like we're about to enter a new business cycle. And by the way, this is the same thing with Bitcoin too. Like, strong economy. Here, let's do this. Like look at the trend, right? Like look at the trend. New business cycle. New business cycle. Up. I'll put Bitcoin in orange. I know we don't like to do that. But
Yeah, you came at me and you got it in purple,
No,
bro.
no,
Come on now. What are you doing?
I had a chance to amend.
Oh boy. That looks better.
So yeah. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't feel like we're in for some like giant recession or something like that. Not even close. This feels like a technical correction, right? Like a technical correction We went straight up for equities for a long time, give us 10 to 12% off the highs. I think that it's possible that crypto front ran equities on this correction as well. And crypto typically does that too. Like that shouldn't be some like contested opinion. Typically when we get like a market-wide correction, whether it's technically driven or fundamentally driven, it doesn't really matter, right? Bitcoin will literally puke like 60 days of a technical correction for equities in like an hour, right? And that's kind of what we saw last week. Bitcoin literally dropped to what, 79 or something like that. I don't know what the bottom tick was, but it dropped from the 90s down to sub 80s in like one day, right? And it's not unfamiliar to see something like that where Bitcoin is the fastest horse in the race, both up and down, right? It will price things very quickly, right? It doesn't take a while for Bitcoin and crypto to roll over where it takes a while for equities to roll over, which is why we'll typically see Bitcoin bottom before and top before equities. Like, for example, look, like I even have the chart up right here. Look at like Bitcoin basically topped. I mean, I don't know. We'll call this the actual top, right? I'll put this in red. Bitcoin tops here in November of 2021. Equities topped in January, right? So Bitcoin topped a couple months before equities, and I'll put the equity top in blue. Okay. So this was like 2 months, right? So now looking back over here in 2017, Bitcoin topped right over here in December of 2017. And this was kind of a weird period of time for equities, but I would argue like equities didn't really top until way over here, right? Equities didn't top until then October following. And you could maybe argue like this was a top. I think it was right here though, because like this was your big like correction, you know, into your Bitcoin bear market low. So it's like you can see that Bitcoin will typically top, you know, way before equities, right? And then locally, there's some signal in like, hey, Bitcoin will puke while equities slowly roll over and have a technical correction, right? Something similar to, you know, right here, right? We were talking about this example where Bitcoin bottomed right here and equities still moved down during this period of time. Like Bitcoin actually moved up during this period of time. I'll put the candles on. Bitcoin moved up while equities were moving down, right? Like Bitcoin put in this whole, you know, what was this correction? This was from the equity peak to the low, 11% correction over 3 months. Bitcoin literally did that drop in like one day. It puked from 28K to 25K in one day, and it took equities 3 months to put in that drop. So I think we're just looking at another one of these classic examples of like equities could be in for like a nice technical correction, and it could take a few months before it gets back into, you know, price discovery or something. But I just think at this point, you have to assume, given the magnitude of the selling that we saw in Bitcoin, it's probably more likely that Bitcoin just puked the equities drop that we're in for and we're in the midst of right now. It puked it in a matter of like a day, and we still might be in for 60 days of chop and kind of carving out a bottom for equities. And we could even look at things like the pair, right? Like we could look at like Bitcoin SPX and see if there's any signal in it.
And I just hope this technical correction doesn't turn into the largest sell-off we've seen since COVID.
Whoa, Jackus. Whoa.
Wow, that just escalated very quickly.
Yeah, it did.
No, I mean, I do not think so. It's just like, you know, I just hope Mr. Bogdanov isn't listening and he's like, oh, so you think it's a technical correction?
I think we're okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, this is Bitcoin SPX right here. This is a pretty nice, like, you know, pretty nice, quick little drop.
You should put others on there on the previous chart. Just SPX, Bitcoin, and others. Because you're talking about the 25K range. Bitcoin was doing nothing. I'm sure others were probably also doing nothing. They needed Bitcoin to move first. And I think we're in a different place in the cycle than we were in 2023, obviously. So, not that others and ETH are going to lead the next leg. Like, I think you still probably get a spike in dominance on the next move higher, but I think it'll be a quicker catch-up time.
Yeah. Let's see here. So it was this region right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, others didn't even drop. Like, others dropped in June before SPX even corrected. I mean, at the time, like, nobody was trading. I mean, we were, but nobody was really trading altcoins back then.
We were dealing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, others was sideways.
Basically, all alts were just going down only from 2022 until basically that time. Like, you can just put AVAX down there.
Was that when Stars Arena was going on?
Man.
Yes,
Just
yes,
that time.
dude.
Yes, for sure. Was that when Dwight Howard was in the game?
It was literally down only until October 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
nice move off that bottom there. Really nice move. Look at that.
Zoom out even more. Yeah, so basically, everything was just in a bear market until then. But SPX was already going up since September 2022.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this move really kicked off the bull market right here. Like,
yeah.
SPX reclaiming. This is the start of the bull market, right? It was, all of this was bear market accumulation, right? And then like this move back up really confirmed, like, all right, that's the start of the bull market for sure. For sure.
Man, I liked Stars Arena actually at the time. Like, it was first something that made sense.
It was promising, but then they got hacked, and then it's just like,
yeah, and like Twitter at the time was really poor too. You had no possibility for subscriptions that really just started like 2 months ago, basically.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, and as Tommy says, they at least like try to deliver something, and it actually, like, people were using it at the time. Could have turned out into something, didn't, but it's definitely better than just some soul shitter.
Ooh, here we go. US weighs hasn't even decided, but weighs a 1-month delay of the Canada and Mexico tariffs.
Did that just happen?
I think we got a pop on that. Yeah.
Let me see.
On autos, specifically autos. Okay.
US weighs 1 month delay of Canada Mexico tariffs. All right. Fine with me. Yeah, okay. I'm not really seeing much on it, but I mean, that's good. It's so funny how much the market just hates these tariffs so much. It makes sense to me. I don't like the merit of it makes perfect sense. Honestly, like it makes perfect sense. You just need to couple it with no income tax, and then we'll really be winning, right?
Yeah.
Let China, Mexico, Europe, Canada, let them pay for all of our stuff. Let them pay for our stuff. And
I
then
think Ukraine's going to sign this mineral deal. Like, if he gets that done and he gets
They
that,
will.
if they end that war, we're probably going to rip.
so the war ends, tariff situation de-escalates. Governor Trudeau bends the knee. I love how he keeps calling him Governor Trudeau, man. It's
I
really
know.
funny.
No.
It's so funny to me. Like he's such a bully. Like bullying's only funny when it's politicians bullying each other. Obviously, other than that, it's not funny. But when you just have like two politicians bullying each other, it's so funny to me. It's so funny.
Especially when one deserves that bullying.
There's no amount of low that Trump won't go. Like he will take anyone's head off, and it's just the funniest thing to me. Like he will just, dude. Last night I saw some clips of him just like calling out politicians by name, just like State of the Union, just ripping Democrats apart. And I'm like, this man genuinely like he just cannot feel uncomfortable. I would feel so uncomfortable like being that confrontational. He doesn't care. He'll just say it. It's so funny to me.
Do you know why? I think because of the past 4 years when he had literally everyone and everything going against him, and that strengthened him. I do not think he was the same man as he is now in his past presidential term, and just that he didn't let it crumble onto his head and he didn't give up.
Yeah.
That made him what he is today. And nowadays he's just like calling people Pocahontas
And I don't blame them because like, dude, they literally tried to bury this man, you know,
Yeah.
and now he's the most powerful man in the world. And I'm like, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd be like, fuck you guys. Like now you got to deal with me for 4 years. Face me.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
By the way, that smacks when Andy hits new all-time highs.
It is.
I got something planned, man. These fucking people.
They will go down bad.
Yeah, they will.
Do you have names for them already? Pocahontas? Or
You will find out in time, Jackus. You will find out in time.
Let's go. Cannot
These
wait.
people, man. These people. They don't get it. China stocks, Jackus?
China. Trump tried to tell us. China.
I mean, this looks like a bullish pattern here, man. This looks like a breakout. No? Little Hang Seng?
Little Hang
Seng action? I know you like this, Jackus.
It's a bolt.
You're an Asia enjoyer.
I'm actually I'm just like liking the chart. It just makes so much sense.
You love China.
No, I don't.
Jackus loves Wuhan, China. What's the Dow doing, man? Nothing yet. Dude, I remember I was shorting the Dow like right here. Like for this move. It was like this thing. Like whoosh. Actually made money on it, but could have easily just been buying instead of looking for like the scalp short. That's kind of how I feel about Bitcoin and like crypto.
Max,
like
we were not looking for a scalp short. We were looking for the home run. Send it to 10,000.
In max terms, scalp short is like a weekly swing.
Yeah. I mean, I played this thing. This was basically like a more or less a trade that I took. I can't remember exactly. It was something like this.
Yeah, but we were swinging for the fences.
We
were swinging for new lows on that for sure.
I was looking for this, but I ended up taking partials here, which was good. But I'm like, man, I could have easily just like bought and turned my brain off for literally 2 years, but I didn't do that. Yeah. But also I didn't really want to own the Dow anyways, so it doesn't Doesn't really matter, but it's just kind of funny to look back at this chart. Let me see if I like drawing.
We wanted to own ease.
Let me see.
We wanted to own ease instead.
Look at these old drawings I have right here. Maybe I took this. I don't remember. That looks nice.
Oh man, I had some old ones on NVIDIA that are just the worst. Just the absolute
Yeah,
worst.
this was the setup. Look, I was looking for these like right here. I had these like breakers and things. I love looking at old drawings. They're so funny. Yeah, I don't have much. It's so funny.
Hang on, I got a good one. Where was
Dude,
it? It was
DXY
like this.
looks freaking cooked.
That's a god candle.
Oh
Just the
my
other way.
goodness. Dude.
That was before the gap. Dude. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow. Dude, DXY looks horrendous.
They keep saying nothing on the screen again, bro. What is going on?
Dude, everything's on the screen.
Was it when I switched it?
Oh yeah, I don't see anything on the screen.
Right now?
Try to flip screens here on stage.
Here. No. Hang on.
I'm not
No, it's
sharing
not
a
showing.
screen, guys.
Not showing. What the heck?
Yeah, I see that.
It's not an us issue. It's definitely like a...
That's not good.
Like I genuinely can't see the screen. Here, let me try this. Hang on, guys.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
We're back?
Well,
Good.
I can see it on mine at least.
Hang on, I just keep refreshing YouTube. All right, it looks like it's up.
Huh.
Man, what is going on today? That's
Not
never
enough
happened.
likes to keep the screen on.
Yeah, not enough likes.
What's the VIX doing today, man? Are we moving? Not really. It still looks bullish, but not really moving today.
The VIX.
Yeah, more or less flat today.
Jeez, man, it does look good. You just can't be like here, dude. You just can't be like in here.
Yeah.
You know.
But here's the thing. What percent did the S&P drop when we had that blowout? It wasn't even that crazy.
August 5th was here though. Like Bitcoin dropped that same day. But what percent did it drop on the day?
Mm-hmm.
August 5th, gap down. I mean, from the close to the open, 3%.
Put in the intraday hours chart, 12 hour. It will show the wicks. Probably. And put SPX up top and wicks to the bottom instead.
Why?
Because I did not know why, but TradingView. No. On the top chart, you close the indicator, the SPX, and type SPX there. Then go on a 12 hour.
You want me to add VIX?
And add wicks. And now it should show the intraday wick as well, I believe. Wait. I'll do it on mine.
Oh, wait. I'm not even in the right. Where's here? Okay. Was there a wick on the S&P a lot lower?
Yeah, wait.
I mean, I could put it on like the 4 hour. It'll probably show more. Yeah.
Okay, I have it.
You got it.
Yeah, I'll just put it on a second screen, 1 sec. And let's go. Hopefully the screen doesn't drop.
Hold on. Yeah, you're good.
See, this was the wick. So on that day, August 5th, it dropped 4% on this wick spike. But honestly, that wick spike is still very weird because you didn't really get like that big of a move, honestly. Like if you compare to COVID or something. %4 drop, spike, potential. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be bullish until these lows are wrecked.
Yeah, I like that. Jack, is on the VIX chart, would you draw a horizontal line across all those highs from 2022? Just kind of like a range high. Yeah, maybe like that. That's a good level, I think.
This.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Could spike higher though, but something like that potentially even blast through it on a wick.
Yeah.
All right.
You're done. That's it. That's it.
it.
We got like 1 minute. That's it. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this Bitcoin structure. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I mean, look, we'll look at it like this. It's pretty just confusing, right? But I think the most
Oh,
important
no
thing,
screen.
dude, what? Can you see it, Tucker, on your end?
I can see it on StreamYard. Yeah, I got the YouTube pulled up too.
Yeah,
All right.
we see it always on StreamYard, just not on
All right,
YouTube.
it must be a me problem. Then I'll reset my computer when we're done. It's definitely a me thing. Tucker, you're back up.
Well, hang on. Let me see if it's.
Dude, what is going on?
Wait. I can't see it on YouTube.
Yeah, but I see it on our end.
Just the tech overlords.
Hmm.
They hate when we show alpha.
All right, I see it now.
Yeah, we're back. That's so weird, bro. How it just came back. All right, no more changing screens. We're cooked. You guys are stuck.
I've never seen. We've been streaming for years. I've never seen this problem before.
I haven't either.
Never.
I haven't either. Well. Ooh. No, nothing.
Flatline, bro. Dead. Everything. Bitcoin needs to get back above 97K. Until then, I just don't really care. I hope it doesn't break.
I think you gotta just block out this move.
Bring it to front.
Like pretend like that looks more bullish to me.
I know.
If you remove that, this looks like it could move up a bit to like 95, 96.
Mm-hmm.
But that Sunday scam was, I mean, it did happen, right? So there's like some supply up there. But that to me looks like it wants to take out 95K.
And then you take this off. It just looks whack.
But here's the thing, though, is if you end up flipping that level, like if you get back above the high from the Sunday scam and that black line, that range low, that starts to look really bullish if you do get back above that. Yeah, like that looks so bullish to me.
Yeah, it does. Until then, though, kind of no man's land. A little bit.
Well, there's just no point in getting overly excited.
Let me look at my tried and true. Old Glory.
Dude, what?
You wouldn't get it.
Study the volume fusion. You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it.
I have to unshare the volume fusion with you.
Hang on. I gotta put on a couple random whatever. So I can actually boom. All right, there we go. That's nice. All right. Go high time frame.
Guys, are you looking to buy MSTR?
No.
No.
No?
No.
No.
Why not?
Because the higher that Bitcoin goes, the less the Ponzi works. I'd rather bet on, a nice, long, healthy crypto cycle where altcoins catch a rotation.
Gotcha.
Are you looking to buy MSTR?
I mean, I already own it, but I'm looking to buy more because I still think it outperforms BTC.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tucker. Tried and true, you said.
Tried and true, Max. Tried and true. I mean, all right, we can go.
Look at this stochastic. This is great.
What are you talking about? That was bad. I should have seen that. We should have seen this. That was unfortunate. I just wasn't looking at it. But I think it still looks. Yeah, I just really want to. Let's see. Yeah, we really just need to pick this back up. This needs to pick back up pretty quickly, but usually when you come, it's a local bottom when you come into this black line down here, basically. Right? Like that's a pretty good local bottom signal. Obviously, we chopped here for longer, but that's not bad, especially with the big green dot. Yep.
So we like it.
Yeah, we like it.
I love how our chat is already asking.
Nah, we're good. We're not traveling.
No.
When we need it, listen, there is no better signal in the market than team traveling for a short.
No, it's the best.
Like Nancy Pelosi, selling some stock is definitely good information, but it doesn't beat team traveling.
Yeah, this even looks super similar to 25K. Except our money flow is still green. We love it. We love to see it.
So we're bullish.
High time frame. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be a line here too, right? Just not even the indicator. Just there's got to be something. Got to be something here, right? Maybe. I feel like there has to be. Not.
I've just started in at that other low, Tucker.
What, here?
Yeah, started there.
Yeah, but
That was the start of the bull market.
where's the thing? Yeah. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. We didn't quite get it. We didn't quite get a lot of levels, actually. We didn't quite get this. We didn't fill this FVG. We didn't hit this line, which I think is probably bullish, that it wasn't a perfect back test to get every level filled, but yeah, probably good. Where was I? Yeah, this one. Okay. These are going to smack us a little bit, I think. Zoom in.
I still don't understand how these lines that you draw work. Like they're just from random pivot points or something.
You don't need to understand it, Max. You just
like how is that like a trend line? I don't.
Well, it's I usually draw them on linear, but it's not a trend line. It's more of a. I mean, it's a ray. But
oh, excuse me. It's a ray, not
more
a
of a ray, brother. You wouldn't get it.
Sorry.
How do they work? I don't know how they work. Like this one also front ran, another perfect back test front ran. So yeah, you find a nice pivot point, you take some lines, you toss them on there. You see what works.
And it just works.
Nice bounce. This one again didn't get hit, but there was one of.
I mean, I like how this looks. Like clearly, Price is interacting with him.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
You wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't. I want to get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah. The audience is saying Max wouldn't get it.
Deutsche Bank stock is going up, which is pretty interesting.
Is that good? Is that good for us, Jackus?
I do not know. It's just interesting because it's been basically done only since 2008, and for the first time it's starting to go up. And it's doing pretty nice structure too. And I do not yet know what it means, but it's something to definitely pay attention and maybe discuss and so forth.
Okay. Interesting. All right, that's it for the show, guys. We are at our time allowance for today. Tucker, I can't share my screen, so you might have to do it today.
I'm gonna do what I usually do and share the terminal because it's fire.
Yeah, it is.
All right, you talk, I'll share. Hang on.
Okay. What should Jackus do if I'm talking and you're sharing?
Eat, Jackus.
Yeah, Jackus, start crunching on some potato chips.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Something loud.
Something.
Wow, he had them ready. He was like,
He's literally got them queued up and ready. Yeah. All right.
Okay, Jackus, that's good. That's good. All right, guys, listen, here's the deal. This is the BB terminal. We're going to be doing a lot more coverage of this soon because it's getting really, really close. But guys, this is your all-in-one Swiss Army knife product here, brought to you by BB. Show them some cool indicators, Tucker. We don't need to show them the TD indicator, bro. Scroll down. Show them the spaghetti.
TD is sweet, bro. TD is sweet.
I mean, just, show them the spaghetti. Show them the heat map. Show them the DCA calculator.
Right.
Anything.
They know the heat maps.
Yeah, I mean, look, guys, we built this thing from scratch. It's, in my opinion, the best product on the market, all in one. It's got derivatives data. Tucker was just kind of showing you what that looked like up top. It's got heat maps. It's got spaghetti charts. It's got DCA indicators. Tucker, maybe you could You could show them like, you know, scroll up to like the DCA or something, you know, look at all these indicators we have on here, on-chain stuff that, you know, you can't just find anywhere, right? You can't just find it anywhere. We've put together all of our favorite indicators, things that we've used for years to successfully navigate these markets, hundreds of different indicators. And by the way, the DCA calculator, Tucker, is basically done. I was playing with it yesterday. We're really just rolling that out. But yeah, you can play around with this. Do this, Tucker. Just click like, yeah, go back to like last year or something like that.
Yeah, I got it. March 5th, 24.
Yeah. And then see compare to.
I know. I did Ondo.
Type in a bunch of different, put on like 5 different things.
You can add.
Yeah, just keep clicking a bunch. Just click all those.
Oh, that's nice.
And then calculate it again. You clicked on a really weird ticker. I don't know what that one is.
Yeah, I don't know what that was either.
You clicked on some weird thing.
Let's see.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of crazy tickers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then if you put your mouse over it, you can see what your rolling P&L would have been for each one. So we've basically got all these tools here perfectly for you guys. We've compiled, together, thousands of indicators. We're technically still in beta, but definitely consider checking out the BB terminal, guys. It's going to be your all-in-one. And then the portfolio tab supports 62 different chains. So I don't know if Tucker has his set up or not, but basically all you do is you can literally type in, you just copy paste an address. That's it, from 62 different chains, and it will spit you out a beautiful portfolio, pie charts, P&Ls, everything. So definitely consider checking out the BB terminal, guys. And on top of that, if you click the link in the description below, guys, it will take you to our website where you can join us within our Discord. Everybody within our Discord gets a free BB terminal membership included in that membership. So again, if you're in the Discord, you get the terminal, but you can buy the terminal as a standalone product as well. Give yourself the tools necessary to navigate this market. Give yourself the best resources out there. And again, we're building this thing from scratch. So if there's an indicator that you want to see, that you've seen before, don't know what it is, or you'd like to use it on your terminal, feel free, hit us up, and we will certainly get that added. But yeah, we've got everything, guys. We've got some of the best. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Consider joining us somewhere, either terminal or Discord plus terminal package. Link in the description below. At a minimum, leave us with a like on the video before you go, and we will see you tomorrow for another episode of Market Check. Everybody have a great day. Stay safe and take care.